Right, guys. Hello. We are showcasing the brand new map, Contaminated, for Battlefield 6 Season 2. EA obviously let us record footage early and showcase the gameplay, including the new guns. I got to play with the new assault rifle, the new DMR, and did I use the other one? Oh no, I didn't use the LMG. Of course, you just saw the little bird there. I'm currently using the VHS, or is it the No, it's called the VCR, isn't it? This is called the VCR assault rifle, and I died to a claymore. Amazing. Yep, they're still invisible. I think this is escalation, but I joined it a little bit late. Show the DMR and show that it's really good. Well, I just died to it, so it might be all right. The video cassette recorder assault rifle. That's right. There you go. That's the DMR that I just used right there. And then I got sniped. This is excellent gameplay to showcase. I forgot what happened in this one. I think I make a comeback, though. But it does show you that the... I died to the DMR very quickly. But basically, I'm using an assault class, which is using the DMR and the assault rifle at the same time. I'm already tilted 2 deaths in. What, because I died to a claymore and a sniper? Yeah. Yeah, so I'm using the assault class, which means I could use the VCR and the assault rifle, and the DMR at the same time. The DMR is the GRT DMR. It fires as fast as the LMR, but it actually starts with like 20 rounds as a... I think it starts with 20 rounds as standard, and you can get much more. So imagine an LMR, but with more rounds. That's how I would describe it. The map doesn't have a piss filter. No. The color grading on this map's actually pretty decent. This is indeed a medium-sized map, though. I would not describe this as a large-scale map. I would actually say this map is smaller than Liberation Peak. If you look at the shape as well, it's the shape of Liberation Peak, but smaller. It has like the areas that you're actually fighting in are pretty cool, but they're all mostly close to medium range. I just died instantly to a tank. You have to remember that obviously in these play sessions, we're obviously playing against the sweatiest of the sweats. Everyone is a content creator. Everyone's trying to get good gameplay. But we still did alright, you know? Triple kill with the DMR. Let's go. Is the map out yet? No, the map is out tomorrow. And we'll be playing it live tomorrow. Overall thoughts on the map? The map's good, man. It's a good looking map. Plays quite well, especially for infantry. I didn't get to play in the little bird, so I can't say... Or actually, I did play a little bit in a vehicle, but because when I was the passenger. It plays really well for infantry. There's loads of like inside areas. If I could compare this to another map. Pooh, what map would this be? This map would be like... Kind of like Damavan Peak, really. Imagine mini Damavan Peak. No bike, then? I don't think I didn't see someone on a bike. I don't remember someone being on a bike, but maybe the bike is in there. But yeah, the map's good. But it is only one map, by the way. How's the new assault rifle? Honestly, not amazing. The new assault rifle is... If I had to describe it, it's like a TR7 with a bigger magazine and less damage. So, I would only use the new assault rifle like an SMG, basically. I would only use the new assault rifle like an SMG. That's how it felt. I wanted to use it. I didn't want to use it at range. But then I feel like it would still get beaten by like the TR7. It's not the best assault rifle in the game by far. I'm hoping the LMR becomes the demon it should be. What is the... Oh no, they're not changing that. But this new DMR is like an LMR, but it's got much more. I think I've got 30 rounds on it. I can't remember. I need to switch to it to remember. Did you get to choose different attachments? Yeah, so when we do these play tests, you're allowed to... You basically get fully unlocked weapons. You get fully unlocked weapons. I was getting absolutely surrounded by like 20 people there. Have I used the new SMG? Oh, that new SMG is not coming for another month, Wick. Or the new SMG, sorry, not the... yeah, the new SMG isn't coming for a month. That looks like a nerfed slide. I mean, I didn't feel the movement that crazily. I wasn't like, oh my god, the movement's ruined. Are the dirt bikes going to release on this map? They should, but I'd have to... I can't see any. So maybe they're not out until mid-season either, which is crazy. Because they were in the trailer as well, which doesn't make sense. Did I pilot the little bird? I didn't get a chance to, because obviously everyone was trying to pilot them as well. And honestly, I probably would have just crashed it anyway, so. How's the BR mode holding up? Well, we're not getting any new updates until mid-season, I think, in RedSec either, so... I don't think there's anything new for RedSec. In fact, I don't have anything new to showcase for RedSec either. But, yeah, as I said, the map's cool. It is only one map, though. I'm trying to think of, like, another map that's similar to. It looks literally like the Ark Raiders Stella Montes map. Because I guess it's the same kind of biome. Like the Alps, right? Any new sniper gun? Only a DMR. Like Monte Grappa. Yeah, okay, yeah. To be fair, yeah. It's very much like Monte Grappa, you're right. I guess it's the closest thing to Monte Grappa. As opposed to Damavan Peak. Recoil looks horrible. Well, recoil is horrible on this gun. This gun is not for long range. The VH. Oh, yeah, let's talk about the DMR. How do the recoil changes feel? I honestly wouldn't be able to tell you if there was. I didn't play long enough to feel like a massive difference. Have they destroyed the slide? I was focusing more on just not trying to die than sliding around and testing the movement, so I'm sorry about that. Have I been switching regions? No, Doom 49 was playing on the EU servers, not the other way around. How long until release? It's tomorrow at midday. I played this on labs a month ago. Yeah, you could. The rules on that are, if you're not a content creator or a news site, it's fair game. Not legally, but it seems like you can get away with it if you're not a content creator. Basically. What's the damage of the new DMR? 25 damage minimum, so it's a 4-shot kill. But that's still better, I think, than the LMR in some cases. I don't know if it's the 3-shot kill at random ranges as well. Maybe it's a 3-shot kill at closer range. Is the little bird like it was in 2042? I'd have to fly it. I think it's slightly different. I've heard that it's very strong. I've heard it's very strong. Does this map have a breakthrough mode? I assume it does. I don't think it has rush, though. So this map won't have a rush mode, which is weird. I definitely thought they were going to add rush to this map, but nah, they don't. It's like escalation, conquest, TDM, domination, and breakthrough. I think that's it. So just those 5 modes. I know, I'd prefer to have it on rush as well. I got rocketed. Hello, John. Is the new DMR better than the LMR? Yeah, but I wouldn't say it's better than I wouldn't say it's better than like an SVK, and I'd have to test it against the other DMRs. Is the VHS still OP? No. As I said, in my experience, the VHS was just mid-plus. It was just all right. Same with the DMR. It's not like the best weapon in the game. What's a consistently good weapon to use on Stroller? You mean controller? When I played the new map, I felt the strafing change. Dude, if I remember correctly, when I was playing this gameplay, it was me, Westy, Gagod, and Jaff, and we were just talking absolute shite the entire time. So it was actually quite chill. But yeah, we weren't. I wasn't focused that much on the gameplay as much as I probably should have. I think we were talking finance actually. And we were talking about how, so yeah, I really wasn't insanely focused on like testing mechanics or anything like that. I was just playing. What's your thoughts on size, flow, and looks? As I said, it's a decent map if you want to play infantry. I can't say much for the vehicles. I can't say much for the vehicles, but playing as an infantry, I'm infantryman, it was pretty fun. Oh yeah, and for some reason, we spawned behind, like, the entire team here. Not really sure why their entire team was on this particular rock, but they were. How is the new sniper gun? Not great. It's just fine. It's not really a sniper, it's just a DMR. Is Cairo still the best map across all modes? Well, I mean, we probably need to play this a little more. This little bunker thing reminded me of that airfield on BF5 map. You remember that one? Obviously, it's just a smaller version because it is just a hangar. But... Is this live gameplay? It's live now, but it was recorded, yeah. Now I'm being shot at by a man up there. Like, I would definitely use, like, the SVK over this DMR, probably. Did I try the new LMG? No, I didn't try the new LMG. I only used the I only used the VCR and the GRT. Those are the only two guns I used because, as I said, it wasn't. I couldn't really think of a reason why I'd want to use the LMG, to be honest. What changes have been made to movement? Allegedly, your what's it called? Allegedly, your slide acceleration has been changed. By the way, it was so hard to hit anyone with this. Slide momentum and length. Yeah. So it meant that you're less likely to do the slide jump that people hate. But, you know. What FOV was I playing on? 112. Battlefield just tweeted a blog on Red Sec Season 2. Well, I'll read that after I've showed my gameplay. Yeah, the map looks cool. Like, it feels like a decent map. Definitely prefer this to Blackwell Fields. Way more cover, lots of trenches, lots of side routes for infantry to flank on as well. Is it out now? No, it's out tomorrow. This is just gameplay from the other day. I think they were using the LMG. I still don't know the reason why you'd ever want to use an LMG in this game. Oh, we got Twitch drops tomorrow, do we? Lovely. It would have been nice to be told, but I guess it's written somewhere. Is the little bird made of paper mache? It's probably a one-shot with an RPG. Anything cool in the Twitch drops? I have no idea. Ella, can we get some research on what the Twitch drops do? Hipfire controller LMG is very popular these days. Really? Hipfire's at range in this game is pretty rough. There goes the little bird. This was a little bit of a cinema moment. The fact that they're buffing the MG4. I didn't know they were buffing it. Ah, there's a link there. Lovely. The netcode seems fine, doesn't it? Well, I mean, I wouldn't be able to tell a difference in netcode by just watching footage, to be honest. Why wasn't this a launch map? Because it wasn't ready, Greg. Allegedly, you know, they were working on this map, and that's why it's taken so long for it to be here. I don't think this content was like fully ready on launch. I think that's fair. Right. Is this my next video? I believe it is. So you can see that the map, look, the layout is the layout of the map is literally the size of Liberation Peak, if not smaller. I would say it's more like, actually, it might be the size of Cairo, to be honest. It's Cairo, but more open. It's not a huge map. And I know that will be a detriment to some people. But yeah, as I said, for a balance of infantry and vehicles, it's much more infantry focused. Is this replaying the same? I think this is the same footage I already played. Yeah, I think this is the same footage. Hold on. Let me find a new one. I thought it was playing a different one. Let's do this one. There you go. Have they fixed the spawn close to A? I have no idea. So yeah, if you just look at this, you see, like, this actually genuinely looks like the size of Cairo in terms of size. You got a few more edge places that you can be, but in terms of the size, it's like the size of Cairo. Is this Breakthrough? No, this is, well, this is Conquest. The last map was Escalation. Does the Little Bird work on older maps? Yeah, they've put the Little Bird on 5 different maps, but not in Breakthrough, only in Conquest and Escalation. I believe it's Manhattan Bridge, Mirak Valley, Sobek City, Eastwood on Escalation, and one other map. And Liberation Peak, I think. Oh, maybe not Sobek then. Oh, no Liberation Peak? Why? Surely the Little Bird on Liberation Peak would make sense. Are they going to have Little Bird and Attack Chopper as well? Or do you have to pick? I could not see this guy to save my life. Through the chain link fence. The new weapons feel good. They're all right. The new weapons are decent. They're not like amazing. If you were hoping that they were going to release the new weapons and they were going to be like the best in the game, they're not. Unless they've nerfed the other weapons, which I didn't try because I was only using the new ones. Yeah, we got invited for early access, yeah. Is this labs? No, this was full release gameplay, but just early gameplay. We got to play early. Have they fixed air radar? No. If it's not in the patch notes, it's probably not happening. And then look, here you go. This is finally the this is in Conquest. So this is me using the gas mask, which you do by holding X, because your X is usually your special ability, right? So whatever your class ability is, if you hold your class ability button, that's when you put the gas mask on. The only thing is because it's a hold and not a press, it takes longer to put it on than just tapping a button. You know what I mean? What would I say is the meta currently? SCW, NVO, DRS, SG. And the ESR, probably. Can you ADS with the mask on? I think so. I just didn't. I think you can ADS. I need to... I don't know why. Maybe in my brain, I didn't try, but I don't... Maybe you can't. You can? Yeah, I just didn't do it. I think maybe because I thought I couldn't, so I just didn't. That's my fault. I'm probably so BF1 coded that when I have the gas mask on, I didn't even try an ADS. That's my fault. Tell them to update Damavan Peak with this art pack. Well, dude, the minimum I've asked for is that they make an official version of the RedSec beach map, the Gulf of Linden, and they're not doing that. So they're definitely not remaking Damavan Peak. What's the assault rifle meta in season 2? Probably still the MVO and the DRS. I would say that this gun is decent, but it's like it feels more like an SMG than an assault rifle, because it's like a 5-shot kill, even at close range, or at least it felt like it. Why is Bro's vision like this? Because we're in a gas mask in the gas in the map. So how long will this map tide people over? Probably a week. If I had to be brutally honest, I'd say about a week. This will keep people interested, which is still decent, but you know, is what it is. Is there a reason to use any other sniper other than the mini scout? Yeah, the ESR, because it's got a sweet spot. Have they still not nerfed their helicopter in RedSec? They might have. I need to check it. Gulf of Linden's already done in Portal. Yeah, but I'm saying, Moowookie, until they make it an official map, nothing's going to like, it's not going to be widely accepted. What I want the DICE devs to do is to take that Linden Beach or Gulf of Linden and just tune it up to a level that is acceptable for them and make it part of the official rotation. At the bare minimum. Because I think that's definitely something they could do without, you know, massively adding, what's it called? Didn't you have access to the machine gun or Scorpion? No, I don't think we even had access to the bikes. Which is kind of crazy because they were in the... I think people are going to lose their mind about that, by the way. I think people are going to be mad that they've shown the bikes in the trailer, but the bikes are not in the launch. Which is... I thought they'd be in, at least in just in this map. Maybe they are in this map. I haven't seen them. I didn't see them. This map looks really cool. Yeah, it is cool. I'm saying it. The map's decent. It's a nice map. But it is just one map. You feel like you're still dying around corners? Again, honestly, I didn't get to play long enough to feel a difference in the movement or the netcode because I only played for 2 hours. And I mean, you know, hopefully you'd feel something, but no, it felt pretty similar, even in the movement. Even though there's been big movement changes, I didn't notice too much. Would be better if they brought BF Premium back. Yeah, sure. I mean, I think that would be great, yeah. I might have also played without the new update. I assume... Because you play on a different version of the game. We're not playing on the main game. You like, download a different version of the game. Potentially, Arcus. I'm not sure, man. I don't know. Is it bromine gas? No, it's called like something like VL7 gas or something. And it's hallucinogenic. At some point, I think you see it in action where it turns your teammates into enemies. It's a little weird. Is this the limited game mode? This is Conquest on Contaminated. And I don't know if the gas is an LTM or if it's going to be part of it. The bikes were in Portal. It would be insane if they went in the update tomorrow. We'll see. We will see. I thought Season 2 drops tomorrow. Yeah, but we got early access. How's the sliding? Again, felt pretty similar. I genuinely couldn't feel an insane difference. Did you notice how good the DLAA and DLSS upgrades looks on the new builds? No, I didn't get to try. Again, I'm just using the same settings I use when I play on regular. Didn't try DLSS. On the roadmap, the bikes don't come till March. That might be true, Magica, but if they show them in the trailer, there's probably going to be an expectation from the players that there's going to be bikes when they launch the game tomorrow. That's all. Do you not feel like there's mouse input in this game? No, not really, if I'm honest. Feels pretty good for me. Especially compared to previous Battlefields and other games, for sure. Yeah, I think people are going to see that trailer and go, oh my god, bikes. And then they're going to get on tomorrow and be like, yo, so where's the bikes? And then they're not going to be there. Is the audio any better? Again, don't really know if it was any different from the main game. I wasn't necessarily hearing more footsteps. Have I got my strike mouse yet? No, not yet. That's not coming till at least the 20th. I did get my nano bag, though. I'll show you. I'll talk about that later. Nano bag's crazy. Bikes are in March. Yeah. Yeah, they are. But yeah, I would say compared to Blackwell Fields, there's a little bit more verticality and way more cover. But I would say the maps are almost the same size, right? This might be a little bit smaller than Blackwell Fields, though. If you have EA Pro or whatever it's called, I don't think you need to buy the Battle Pass. I think you automatically get it, don't you? Oh yeah, the railgun. I was trying to use this, but it's really hard to use. Do you think the strike mouse is a good thing or a gimmick? It's probably... I haven't tried it yet, but it's actually an advance in technology. In mouse technology that we haven't had in like 6 years. So yeah, I think it's probably going to be pretty good. Like a bit like Hall effect keyboards. You know, I think it's gonna be an important upgrade. How does it play? I mean, the new map, if you're playing as infantry, plays pretty good. The thing I like about these kind of maps, or at least if you play infantry, is that you are able to avoid the vehicles quite easily. So there's lots of trenches, lots of cover, lots of buildings, internal zones. Plenty of options for the infantry to move around the vehicles. Where I feel like we didn't get that in Blackwell Fields. Is the little bird good? I didn't really get to play it. Oh, yeah, I was getting confused about how to use this because I have 3 weapons. Although I think I did hit him there. So I hit the little bird with a rail gun, and he just ate it. This is the new map, yes. I don't think I hit that one. Deflank, look. And I hit him there. There you go. I did get the hit there because it finally gave me. And I did. Okay, so I did hit the little bird there, and I forced it to crash. So I actually, well, I didn't get the kill because I think it was like on probably like 5 health or something. That was a great spawn. What were you talking about in advanced in mouse technology? The Super Strike from Logitech with Hall effect mouse clicks. Is the new map out? Tomorrow, midday. Tomorrow at midday. I think tomorrow I'm just going to do this same loadout, by the way. I'm going to go assault with the VCR and the DMR as a secondary. Is the internet sorted? Mostly, yeah. I think so. We hope so. The engineer logo looks off. I don't know why they don't just go back to a little spanner. What was wrong with the little spanner, man? What was wrong with the little spanner? What's everyone's predictions for how many seasons we get? They'll probably, to be fair, they kept on doing seasons for 2042 at random cadence. So we'll see, probably the same. It'll probably eventually go down to 1 map every 3 months though, if I had to guess. It uses haptic induction, there you go. Is the little bird OP? It's pretty strong. I got killed by it a few times. I didn't get to use it. It is now a little spanner, but it's abstract. I know, but what's wrong with just having a normal spanner? There was never nothing wrong with just a little spanner, mate. Where's the new snipers? Non-existent. They'd have to redesign the other classes. No, just make it a little spanner. It doesn't have to be a basic shape. Wouldn't it be more fun? Like, you know how the assault class is a triangle? Couldn't they just do the engineer class as a circle with the spanner in it? The same way the assault class is a triangle with an arrow in it. That wouldn't be insane, would it? Or even a hexagon with a spanner in it. In fact, that would be even easier to notice. Do you see any of the new guns being particularly strong in RedSec? Maybe the LMG. I doubt the VCR. I doubt the VCR or the DMR. Actually, maybe the DMR. But most likely the LMG. Oh yeah, they've done red sec patch notes as well, haven't they? Which I wasn't expecting. Why did they push back the tournament? Because the game was buggy. See what I mean about the VCR being like a close quarters weapon? As soon as you use it at range, you get absolutely destroyed by the other assault rifles, I feel. The new sidearm wasn't available. The Scorpion, right? Yeah, it's not available. And I don't think it'll be available until March, probably. Any actual significant gameplay fixes? No, not really. Maybe they've fixed some of the netcode and audio stuff, but again, it's not. The game didn't feel to me mind-blowingly different in terms of how it played. Maybe because I haven't played for long enough. It felt very similar. It's just the new map and the new guns, really. You guys like the grenade launcher is still very strong? Do you like that? I know I did. Yeah, so look, this is what the gas mask does to you. You see? So, because I'm not wearing my gas mask, it turns my teammates into enemies until I put the gas mask on. And then I can see that they're teammates again. It's a mechanic. I don't think you take damage, though. And you have to pick up filters for the gas mask or something? Yeah, that's from RedSec, though. I don't know how. I don't know. The gas mask stuff is web. You also can't use spotting in the gas. Is the IGLA aim guided or lock-on? I think it's lock-on, but honestly, I don't know how different it is to the Stinger. Is it live now? No. It's live tomorrow at midday. FPS counter? I didn't have it on because, again, this is like a different version of the game. But I assume probably like 250 FPS, most likely. I didn't feel like it was laggy. You're not impressed by this map? I mean, it's nothing like... This map isn't like groundbreaking. It's not like we got a Siege of Shanghai or, you know... It's just a map. It doesn't really have like a central... impressive, crazy, different POI or anything. How big is the map? I was gonna say it's like the size of Liberation Peak, but a little bit smaller. It's a little bit smaller than Liberation Peak. Same shape though. So no, we don't have a big map this season. I just blew them away. What the hell? When is it coming out? Tomorrow. Midday. What's the name of this map? Contaminated. Because there's supposed to be gas at random intervals. I can show you the... I'll just show you the beginning. Here, look. So this is the layout of the map. So you've got this big hangar here, an unused area of the map here, which is a bit weird because I feel like maybe in escalation it has this one. And then you've got the underground base right in the middle. Then you have like a radar array here on the hill. Then you've got and then you've got like a weird little like barracks down here. You've got ruins here, and then this I can't remember what this was. But yeah, this is also an underground bit actually. I can't remember. These aren't all linked if I remember correctly. So this is actually a separate area, but they all have underground sections that all have gas in them. You know what I mean? So yeah. That's how they've done it, right? And then this one. The maps don't scream requiring tactical decisions. This map almost makes me think of like a Warzone map, weirdly. I don't know why. It feels like it's part of Verdansk or something. I don't think people will go back to BF for this. I think they'll go back and play it for a little bit. It's not going to be something that you spend loads of time on, though, for sure. Because of the gas. Yeah, you might be right. People aren't going to be, you know, pogging. Like, wow, Battlefield 6 is so back. But they're going to come back and play it for a little bit. Is there going to be ranked? No. They've just released the... They've released all the details for RedSec, and I need to read them after this. How do you feel about the movement changes? Again, I didn't feel massive changes, personally. But that's kind of what I expected from the patch notes. They gave you 25% on slide momentum, but other than that, they didn't give values for anything else. Yeah, I think that's the plan for everyone, by the way, is we're all going to play this for a week, and then we're going to try out Marathon, because why not? And I pick this up again. And by the way, I think, as I said a few times, I think this map's cool. I just wish there was more content for the start of Season 2. Is there still interest in Marathon? I'd say if you're a content creator, absolutely. Because there's not a lot else going on. But for most people, I don't know. I don't know what the general consensus for Marathon is. I think most people are still not that interested in Marathon. How does the VCR feel? It was the VCR for me was like a mid-range TR7 with 30 rounds. That's the VCR. The recoil is still really hard to control over range. It felt decent at like close to medium, but I would not use the VCR for anything other than close to medium. It's still like 4 or 5 shots at close range, so you're gonna get beaten by a TR7. But a lot of recoil. Wasn't a version of the VCR in 2042? Yeah, it was, yeah. I think they have actually remade the model, though. It doesn't look the same. You're thinking you should wait until March to come back to BF6? I don't even know what's coming in March. Has a bright Bad Company 2 look. I mean, the closest we've got to this is Monte Grappa from BF1. Surely. Do I feel any significant changes in the ARs? Again, not really. You'd have to ask someone who uses the automatic weapons all the time. I'm an assault rifle tourist. You know, I use them like 30% of the time. Yeah, it felt good, but not great. No new sniper in this update? I mean, I've been saying this for months. We have very limited sniper variety in this game. How do the Battlefield devs usually respond when you guys ask for more maps a season? Well, you have to remember a lot of the time it's not when you're giving feedback to the game. There's never a direct link to you personally talking to the developers. It will be a form, or you'll give your feedback to a person, a middleman, and they'll pass it on. It's never usually I'm talking to the guy who's the lead of the design team making the decisions. It's always like, hey, this would be nice, and this would be nice. And then they go, that's great, thank you. Yeah, like a community manager. So you can give as much feedback as you want, but whether they'll actually implement it or even acknowledge that you've given it is, rare, let's say. What weapons am I using? I'm using the new DMR, which is the GRT, and I'm using the new assault rifle, which is the VCR. But the devs are watching streams. Oh, I mean, maybe they are. A 25 damage DMR seems bad. Arguably, yes, but you can get like a 30-round mag for it. So it's like an LMR with more ammo. Any word on the race tech tournament? No. What's my mouse DPI? 1600 and in-game sense is 6. And yeah, it's coming tomorrow. That was a crazy spawn. What the hell happened there? You kind of miss premium now? Oh, dude. I've said my opinion about premium in Battlefield is that they could still have live service and premium run together. If they did like a if you pay for premium, you get the content 2 weeks earlier, but then it becomes free for everyone. I don't know why they don't just try that out for like a season and see if that's fiscally viable. Obviously, people would be mad because they play for the game. Maybe they can't do it for this game. Maybe they'll do it for the next one. Like, they're not going to do it for this game because everyone would lose their fucking minds if they suddenly went, you know what? You need to pay to get early access to the free content. But for the next game, I think they should go back to a premium model that still has free content, but gives you early access to premium content. And I think it would be way better because they'd have a monetary incentive. Because right now, I think their monetary incentive is not working. That is a horrible idea. Everyone deserves to play at the same time. That's great, Rosetta. But in the real world, they need money and a money incentive for that to happen. So it's either you get this, which is free content whenever they feel like it, or it's premium, where they make money so that they have an incentive to make more maps. You get me? Unfortunately, we live in the real world where that money has to be there in order for the maps to be there. If money stops coming in for Battlefield 6, especially with all this free content, they will stop probably making content for it entirely. So what's the Battle Pass for then? What do you mean? Yeah, it's to make money, but it's clearly not making enough money. What I'm trying to say is that if you wanted a premium model, that's the only way that you could do it. Or a way to do it that still allows people to have content for free, but they just have to wait for it. You know? It'll never be enough money, 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 money. Premium would make more money, but also cost more. Well, yeah, I mean, that's the whole point. The whole point is with this free-to-play... Oh, sorry, it's not free-to-play. The whole point is with this free content structure is that they don't have to promise anything. Once you've bought the game, they could technically just go, right, and that's a wrap. Which is what they have done with BF5 in the past. They can just turn around and decide, all right, that's enough. And that's what I'm trying to say. I am trying to suggest an idea where you pay for premium, we get more content guaranteed. At least for one, like, I don't know why they don't, like, because obviously they're not going to do it for this game, but let's say they try to do it for next season. They're like, right, season 1 of Battlefield 7, we're going to attempt to try a premium model where we're going to release 4 maps for season 1, and if you pay for premium, you get 2 of the maps, or 2 of the maps early access for 2 weeks, and then they release this free for the rest of the player base. Because there's no way they're going back to full premium. But again, these are all random suggestions that will never probably happen. My opinion, if Battlefield had yearly releases, well, that would be like Call of Duty, which means that essentially the previous game becomes irrelevant right afterwards. And there is also an incentive for them to do that. Basically, if it became a yearly focus on a new game every year, all that would happen is that there would be a incentive for them to be like, right, that game's done, move on to the next one. Clearly, the live service model makes them more money than premium. I would argue that it's more about that they have to spend less resources. It's not about them making more money, it's that they don't have to spend more money, probably. If I had to guess. It's a more guaranteed, because obviously you make the most money when releasing the game. But who knows? Is this early access footage? It is, yeah.
I need a medic!
Fortnite made everyone use battle passes. Well, the thing you have to remember though, Battlefield is limited because they can't. Well, they're not supposed to do insane skins. The thing is that Fortnite and Call of Duty can get away with selling literally any skin they feel like. And even though people are like, I'm not buying this Nicki Minaj skin, they do. Hundreds do. And almost ironically, but even if you buy a skin ironically, it still makes them money. But I will admit, there's no skins I've seen so far that I've been like, wow, I really want to get that skin. BF6. As I said, as I've said a million times, if they just remade the BF3 and 4 skins and put them in the shop, I would spend £20 probably getting those skins, if not more. If you put the, if you're listening, DICE or EA, the BF3 and BF4 skins remade in Battlefield 6, I would spend lots of money. Please do that, because I would buy them, because they would be cool. I'm giving, yeah, I would buy literally every single skin from BF3 and BF4. Immediately. And I don't know what they're waiting for with that. Maybe it's a last resort. And again, I don't know why they don't play on more on the nostalgia element as well. I can't remember. I thought I saw a video recently where they're releasing a skin in relation to an anime or something on Battlefield 6. I can't remember. Maybe they're not. It looks a bit mad, but I don't know if that was like AI or something and I've been tricked. It could have been fake. These days. You still like the idea of polishing the portal maps? Well, yeah, I've said at the absolute bare minimum. At the absolute bare minimum, I am surprised that they haven't just put a random dev on fixing up the Gulf of Linden map in Portal, which is already 90% of the way there, And I think a dev would just have to go in and make sure that the capture points made sense and the balance was right. I definitely think there is a world, guys, please, where you could get a large map out. You could squeeze a large map out of the Linden Golf map on Portal already by simply getting a staff member to just touch it up in Portal. You know, even using the basic Portal controls and making it an official map. And I am still very surprised that they wouldn't consider that. Mr. New Base, thank you for the 48 months, by the way. Thank you. But yeah, I'm saying, because we have a huge gap in content now between Season 2 and Season 3, and no big maps, that would literally solve multiple problems. Jay Tooley, thank you for the 38 months. Thank you, dude. They need to start ripping the good Portal maps and making them solid. Yeah, sure. And that's what I'm saying is you have to remember that Gulf of Linden is made by them. It is an official map that is not being utilized for multiplayer. So it's actually to the standard that you'd expect for a Battlefield game. So I don't even see why it would be an issue. Do you think people expect too much of games now and calling it a huge problem, maybe just from nostalgia? Sure, but you have to understand that the industry standard... Oh, I think I tabbed out. The industry standard or the industry expectation now is so much higher. Like, loads of games are completely free-to-play models. So, and if it is the intention of Battlefield to actually keep an audience after launch, they have to live up to those standards, even if they aren't, even if other games can make their content easier and free, and you know what I mean? So there's nostalgia, but there's also expectation. Is the gas mask standard on X? Yeah, I don't even know if you can change it either. What can you say about the new map? I've said this 100 times, and I like the map. I'll be playing this for about a week, and then I think that'll keep me. That'll be that. And then I'll wait for the next map in a month's time. Like, I'll probably play this. I'll unlock the new guns fully. I'll play the new map. I'll play it on Breakthrough, play it on Conquest, play it on Escalation. And then, and that'll be that, I think. And then, of course, we have Marathon. The week afterwards. I think it will give that a go. I think it's the 25th, isn't it, for Marathon? Does the map have a rush mode? No. I read in the patch notes, I don't think it has rush mode, which is sad. Can you portal this map yet? No, not yet. I think this is like my first game on, I can't remember. What's my thoughts on the flag's capture zone size? Everything feels small. As I said, this is more of a like an infantry focused map, I think. Still. What is Marathon? It's an extraction shooter from the people who made Destiny. It's Bungie. But it does look like you took acid and then played Time Splitters. That's a good description, actually, yeah. Are these recorded? That's right. Time Splitters was the best. It was. But when you go back and play it, you forget how the aiming was. It was so weird. Disconnected from the center of the screen. You're just really complaining about everything. Yeah, it's kind of my job. To kind of like, you know, point out the flaws in things, try and make things better for everyone, you know? I guess see, there's two types of creators. You know, you can either glaze everything, or you can find the problems with everything, or you can give credit where credit is due and still find critique and give feedback. As I said, so here's the thing. This map's good. I like it. I like this map. It's fun. As an overarching piece of content for season 2, or the overarching issues with season 2, in reality, it's just not a lot of content. That's it. I think this update is good, right? It's a good update. It's just a small update. That's it. This map has a lot of sniper positions. Well, that's great for me. The other map that's coming in March, by the way, is basically the new Operation Lockers, from what we can tell. Not a lot of content in the new map? Well, no, but I mean, it is just one new map. That's it. Is the recoil high on the new assault rifle, or is it controllable as M433? I say it's more controllable than the M433, but it does less damage, I think. Maybe. I feel like the flow on this map is going to be stifled by snipers and DMRs. Well, and vehicles. But you can... What I'm saying is, if you're a assault rifle SMG player, you can just basically go hang out by A, B, and E. Or A, B, and C, I think it is. In the middle of the map. And you don't have to deal with the vehicles. So... You can avoid them. Like, look, if you could spend your whole game just running around here, so you can avoid the vehicles at least. And the snipers, because you're not really going to want to sniper there. But then you do have to put your gas mask on. I don't know why I never ADS'd with my gas mask on. I just decided I was never going to ADS, but even though you can. Did I drive the little bird? I didn't. No, I didn't get a chance. Does the mask hinder your ability to hear footsteps? Nah, the game does that for free. No, I don't think so. It makes things a bit more tinny, but no. I don't think so. It just changes the audio profile a little bit, so... See, I can hear I can actually, funnily enough, I can actually hear those footsteps better because I think the gas audio profile sounds different. It kind of like muffles all the other sounds. So I actually heard those footsteps pretty good right then. How's the new LMG? Didn't play it. I only played with the new AR and the DMR because playing an LMG against sweaty players usually results in instant death and never getting any kills. Is my experience with LMGs. I feel like I don't know if anyone's found a way to use the LMGs in a way that doesn't result in you losing every single gunfight. I've not found that one yet. The only LMG I like is the DRS, yeah, because it plays like an assault rifle. What annoys me about the LMGs is that if you play, even if you play medic and an LMG, the ADS speed is so slow, it's slower than the time to kill of the game. So by the time I've ADS'd and fired my first shot, I'm already dead to the players with 100 ms ADS speed, even when playing medic, which makes it even less likely me to use an LMG on not medic, because I'll be even more dead. And the gunplay in this game is, if you're not ADS and you get into a fight, and they're over 30 meters away, you're dead. Did we test breakthrough on this map? No, we didn't. By the way, I swear I hit this. It looked like it did, but no. Yeah, but 250 ms ADS speed is still 100 ms slower than every other assault rifle and SMG. That's what I'm trying to say. KTS still owns? I would say the KTS is one of the worst assault rifles. LMGs. 250 ms is base AR speed. Yeah, but then all of my ARs I build to 4 ARs, ADS speed. How does it feel so far? As I said, the new map's good, man. We're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna have fun with this new map for about a week. Genuinely, it's gonna be good. The week's worth of content in this map is great, but that's it. It's a nice looking map. It's not got a weird color palette. It's nicely. It's got lots of cover. It looks good. It's got new little POIs with new assets. Not too keen on the gas mechanic, but they're adding mobile respawn beacons to RedSec. Yeah, I know. Well, they did that 3 months ago. What happened? It's fucking small. It's not that small. It's This is a medium to large size map, but it's not large at all. The same way I would describe Liberation Peak or Blackwell Fields. Look forward to their headshot limb damage multipliers. I mean, I don't think that's yet. Oh yeah, I switched. This is when I switched it for a vertical because the recoil was insane. Did we play Breakthrough? No, didn't. Are the new guns good? They are okay. They're decent. They're not great. I wouldn't say that people were literally like beaming with the new weapons. You know what I'm saying? They were alright. Do people use grips that aren't vertical grips? Yeah. I mean, I usually use angled, but if there's something that literally, if it's a more close range assault rifle, I do use a vertical, weirdly. Because if the recoil is just completely, like, I'm just going to mostly hip fire it if I'm going to use it at close range, and then if I really want to use it at range, I put a vertical on. But most of the guns I use angled. Go a bit of tap fire. I mean, that's the maximum range you're going to be accurate with this gun. Did I try the little bird? I didn't. What is the best class for bad players? Well, probably assault. Yeah, assault or medic. Yeah. Assault, grenade launcher, shotgun. I mean, as you'll see, I get loads of cheesy kills by just using the grenade launcher, which I don't think they've nerfed still, by the way. Even though I've personally asked for it to be nerfed. I want to know how many kills I have with that grenade launcher, man. It's probably like 10,000 people. I think someone hasn't put their mask on, they're screaming. The GL in Assault is a good gadget, the class doesn't have a lot. As I've said 6 billion times, the Assault class, what's it called, unique item, or unique ability should be the ladder, not the syringe. And then it might actually be useful. It's a lot of items. True. I think also I have 1,234. That's actually not as many as I thought. I feel like I could have racked up way more. The noob tube is nice in this game. I don't know, man. If you play against good players with the grenade launcher, they literally can't lose sometimes. It's very frustrating if you're trying to if you don't have the grenade launcher and they do. It's not fun to play against. It's right when people miss their grenade launchers or don't know what they're doing, but when someone knows how to use the grenade launcher, it is oppressive.
We have secured more objectives.
Will there be a new map for RedSec in this season? No, absolutely not. The Assault HPU rage perk is so good. Yeah, it's insane. A lot of people don't... You don't unlock that for ages, though, Bucky. So a new player probably doesn't know about that. Do you think BF would be fun if you slowed it down and made it tactical? I mean, you can do a portal server with that right now if you want. Personally, I don't think it lends itself as much to tactical gameplay because you have games like Armorer Forger is that game. It is perfect for slow-paced tactical shooting with a... I feel like Battlefield is built for like arcadey, fast-paced gameplay. There's so many other games that just do it better these days. Yeah, this skin is very America, but I mean, it's not that bad. Looks a bit like a skin that you'd see in Apex or something, though. How's the new DMR? It's alright. It's decent. I don't think it's better than an SVK, though. Like, me versus me with an SVK or that new DMR, I'm probably winning with the SVK 9 times out of 10. But it's alright. So I heard that guy's footsteps. Yeah, I don't know why I decided to try and snipe. Because obviously we have all these new guns, and I was like, oh, go on, I'll give sniping a go. The gunplay by design is too fast for tactical. Well, yeah, it's trying to be arcadey, you know, and I don't think that's a problem. How's the movement feel? Honestly, I couldn't feel a massive difference. Personally. Is this when did I switch back to a normal class? I can't remember. Yes, I did. I was like, well, that was fun. Bye. Oh, and this is when I started using the DR. I think this was my first game on. Visibility on this map isn't great. Well, you've got big red triangles above people's heads, so, you know. It's not too bad. What did I can't remember what scope I used. Oh, there you go. Right. And then we'll watch that other one more time, and then I'll read the RedSec patch notes, and that's season 2. Well, that's blooming season 2, isn't it? So yeah, look, here's the map again. Look, you see. I feel like you could definitely utilize more of these areas. This area on F is only there for escalation as well. Are you only able to play the one map? Yeah, there's only one map for the season 2 launch. That's it. Season 2's completed, mate. I mean, I didn't get to use the LMG, but I'm sure I will. Season Banjo Tooie. I mean, guys, don't worry. I'm gonna make this content last for at least the week. Let me tell you. Let me tell you, this content is lasting a week. No problem. Oh, interesting. Could you see there? We had the attack chopper and the little bird on one team. Am I concerned about the future of BF6? Well, after that Claymore kill, I think I definitely was. I mean, this is the cycle of Battlefield games, guys. So no, I'm not concerned because I'm not concerned because happens every single time for the last 10 years. So, no, I'm not. This is the expectation now. This is what happens every single time, without fail. Where they release a game. To be fair, usually it's scuffed, but this game wasn't as scuffed on relaunch. We got a burst of content at the beginning, and then eventually they kind of just slow down on the content because it's been over 3 months. Like, everyone loves the game. Or actually, well, I guess Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 2042 was the opposite. But every single game always has an issue with post-launch content and player numbers every single time. So we're actually doing the best we've ever done post-launch. So amazingly, this is actually the best we've ever had it. Any wish lists for BF7? Yes, premium. Which is what we talked about earlier. I want 4 maps a season for Battlefield 7. How's the movement slide? Again, I didn't really get to feel it, unfortunately. You don't play as much as streamer. Yeah, no, I mean, lovely. Instant death. We've never had it so good, but also it's just how it is these days.
I owe you one. Thanks for that.
I mean, the reality is that as much as you'd love to believe that they would do the amount of content from premium for free, I think that's what people's expectations are, is that you pay the original cost of the game and then they do premium like content for free just because. But yeah, no, that's not happening. Everyone's pretending it's the best thing since sliced bread because of premium. Yeah, because at least then you get content. It is what it is. Imagine if BF5 had premium. Well, to be fair, it took them until the Pacific to work out what kind of game they wanted it to be. And then they cancelled it. I think, yeah, the expectation is that we're either going back to BF4 or BF3 in terms of premium content, but for free. Or imagine if the Pacific... Imagine if they did 2 more Pacific-like updates on BF5. In fact, I don't even know why they did so much content for the BF5 Pacific update. I don't even know if it made them that much money. I mean, I still like that technology's upgraded. BF3 at least had a theme or narrative around all the DLCs. Well, this one does have a theme. It's close quarters gas gameplay. Which you don't see in this gameplay, but you do in the other map. For some reason, Escalation doesn't have the gas. It's only in Conquest. The theme of this update is gas masks. I'm back in the normal setup. Yeah, I've been back in the normal setup for like a month. We've definitely never seen CQB with massive gas masks. Exactly. Maybe no gas and breakthrough? Probably, yeah. How am I playing with one hand? Oh, controller gameplay. Basically just plays for me. A remaster season. No, I'm telling you, I don't know why they still haven't... why have they still not done the BF3 and BF4 skins, bro? Come on. Future map wish list once. Strike at Karkand, Damavan Peak, Grand Bazaar, what else? Caspian Border. They could do Caspian Border because it's in 2042 right now. They can just copy and paste that shit. Well, Metro, yeah, Metro or Locker. Sen Crossing, yeah, Sharky Peninsula, yeah. That'd be nice.
Let's go.
Pearl Market, sure. Noshar Canals, that's in 2042. That's already ready to go. That guy did disappear. I don't know what happened here. Look. Gone. Did he go inside the rock or did he quit the game? What happened? I have no idea what happened there. I hope Breakthrough plays good. I'm probably just going to only play Breakthrough tomorrow, by the way. Because obviously, Conquest Escalation's fine. But for snipers and DMRs and stuff, I think Breakthrough will be solid. Is it 1 PM UK time? No, it's midday UK time for this map. Lucky tried to crush me with his chopper. Gulf of Oman. Oman. Do you have to deal with the gas in Conquest? Yes. There's 3 areas where there's gas in Conquest. A, B, and C. But in Escalation, it doesn't show up. So if you want to avoid the gas, just play Escalation. And I also have no idea if Breakthrough has it either. If I remember correctly, Tehran Highway was a really good rush map. Dead. Oh, the gas isn't the game mode? No, it's like part of the Conquest map, weirdly. I don't know why. It's a strange one. Red one. Oh yeah, that's another thing I find weird. Is usually when we do these playtests, everyone's trying to use all the new guns, but there's some people that are trying to... There's some people that are playing the new map with just the most meta weapons in Battlefield 6, and I'm just like, guys, come on. We got all these new weapons to try, and they play 3 hours just using like the SG or something, or the MBO, and you're just like, all right. Dead. Is this the build with new recoil and balance? I don't think so. I don't know if they've changed that much, but maybe. Again, I didn't feel it be crazy. It didn't feel mental to me. But yeah, we'll see tomorrow. You guys can all see tomorrow because you can all play it tomorrow. Do I think the gas mechanic is fun? I wouldn't care if it wasn't there. Let's put it that way. It's fine. If you want to have something interesting, that's fine. But I'm not bothered by it. Either way. You can ADS and shoot with gas mask on. I just didn't do that. You'll see. Yeah, you'll see. Live. Mashari, thank you for the 5 months. Thank you. Muteb, thank you for the 6 months. Jakey Bob with the 50 months. Thank you. Did I like the map? Yeah, the map's great. The map's great. It's fun. New guns, they're fine. It's just, you know, it's alright. It's a good map. It will go down as one of the maps of Battlefield 6. It's not the best map I've ever played, but it's good. New sniper? No. No new sniper. Only a new DMR. No, it's I say it's like it's a I was gonna say it's a top 10 map. We've only got like 11 maps. It's like a I don't know 8 out of 10. You know, it's all right. It's a top 10 map out of the 10 maps that are available. We don't accept good. We want excellent, amazing. Well, they're not gonna guarantee. There's always bad maps in every game. We can never, you know, we can never beat that. Any spots where you think snipers could become annoying? Oh yeah. On the top of the C point, which is in the middle of the map, where I'm looking right now, people with snipers are all over that. Luckily, because we were playing with content creators, they weren't all camping because they were actually trying to get decent footage. But I guarantee you, during normal games, it's just going to be snipers all over the hills. Wait, someone just said you have a lot of hours in gaming and no degree. I actually have a game design degree. Thank you very much. Not that that's necessarily relevant, but because I'm not really using it, but you know, gives me some insight. Is it a bit of a Mickey Mouse degree? Sure. Could I have learned everything that I learned on YouTube and basically online and I paid for it? Sure, yeah. But it helped me to learn Photoshop, so I'm grateful for that. Is this the patch with the movement changes? Technically, yeah. But as I said, until I play it tomorrow and actually like focus on all that stuff. By the way, Sensor J, you're just yapping, mate. By the way. I don't think anyone's responded to you. You're just going off. I don't know if you're rage baiting or not. What gun am I using? Is that a new one? Yeah, the VCR. Yeah, it's this it's the VHX from 2042. Grenade launchers really shouldn't have a place in this game. I know, mate. I've been saying this for the entire launch of the game. I know, mate. I have genuinely been trying to say for months that they need to do something about it, but they just like, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I guess it's fine for them. We can reuse the acronym because no one will know what a VCR is. Literally true, yeah. Probably. What's the real name of the rifle and why have they called it a VHX and a VCR? Do you know what? The only thing that really that's kind of annoyed me about season 2 is that they've not fixed a majority of the bigger problems that we've been complaining about since launch. Like they've not even changed Breakthrough and Rush, and also Manhattan Bridge Conquest. I was really thinking that they definitely knew that was an issue, and all it takes is 5 minutes in the map editor to stop people getting on the roofs that in Manhattan Bridge Conquest. Like literally, a guy needs to go into the map editor for Manhattan Bridge and just put a big red box at a certain height, and it's fixed. But there's still an issue. That's pretty mental. But you know, I'm just one guy. Right, what was the other thing? Does someone have the RedSec patch notes? Let me have a look on the Battlefield Twitter, or whatever it is. Battlefield 6 news. Where is it? Get the latest Battlefield 6 news. Do they have like a page on it? Make sure I set my... Yeah, there we go. Battlefield 6 and RedSec. No, that's the Season 2 roadmap. Someone said that they actually released a... Oh, DICE tweeted it. Oh, great. So I'll have to look for it on Twitter. Let me have a look. We've already done an entire stream reading through the patch notes. But there's new patch notes. Here you go. Community update from 1 hour ago. Oh, do they have it on? It's in the most annoying. Why is it like this? Over. Okay. Right. So, I'm just going to read it from here because I don't have any other way of doing it. That work? Oh, lovely. That works. Right. So, the Battlefield 6 community update. Right, give it a rest, Jay. All right. Community update, armor, looting, and more. Hey everyone, as we head into Season 2, we would like to take a moment to talk about where RedSec stands today and what's coming. Whilst our previous RedSec blog focused on armor, we've been closely following player discussion and match data across the board. Today's update covers what we've learned and what changes are on the horizon. Armor feedback and changes. One piece of feedback we've seen is that armor plates can feel too scarce. I mean, that was day 1 feedback, but we're getting to it, I guess. When armor becomes difficult to recover after engagements, it stalls momentum and makes successful fights feel less rewarding. To address this, we've made a change in December so that players drop 2 armor plates upon death. Right, well, yeah, that's... Yeah. We're also adding a chance for armor plates to spawn in class crates. Why not just make them... What do you mean a chance? Just make them spawn in ours. Just make 1 in each class crate. I don't know what's going on. Combined with plate drops on death, our goal is to make armor feel more accessible and more predictable. Lovely. As with any balance changes, we'll continue to monitor how the adjustments change. Okay. Well, that's one. What's coming in RedSec Season 2? RedSec content will include limited time modes for both Battle Royale and Gauntlet. The gas. It's going to be gas related, isn't it? Creating new moments and gameplay experiences. We're also introducing the Mobile Redeploy Strike Package. Hang on. Wasn't this a Season 1? This was a Season 1 update. Why are they mentioning this now? That we had this in Season 1 for a day, and then they deleted it. Which offers a new way for squads to get back into the fight, particularly in late game scenarios where redeploy towers may be sparse. It's designed to give squads an opportunity to recover from fallen squad mates. We had it for a day. The mobile redeploy must be placed outdoors, unobstructed view, and it creates some purple smoke, and it's a 45-second delay. Mobile deploys are most commonly found by looting ambulances, and there's a small chance to appear in tactical armory crates. So maybe they weren't ready to release it, but it's weird. Alongside this, we're adjusting vehicle pacing by adding a cooldown on vehicle keycard rewards from missions. Once one is successfully acquired, tanks play a key role in making RedSec unique. Now, my advice was that once you have unlocked a tank from the vehicle keycards, you are then not allowed to unlock another tank in the game. But apparently there's just a timer. So I could still definitely see people just waiting for the timer. The new meta, by the way, in RedSec is, especially like in duos, is you get a tank and then you just sit on the edge of the map and avoid combat until the end game, and then bring 2 tanks into the end game and just wreck everyone whilst they're fighting. That is a strategy. But yeah, it should just be that you get 1 tank and that's your lot. We're looking forward to seeing how these changes impact pacing, survivability. Improvements beyond Season 2 launch. Addressing changes where ground loot fails to appear. I mean, that's a bug, really. I guess maybe they're aware of that. We're improving core systems. We're exploring additional ways to support loot availability. The ping behavior is being tightened. Vehicles and footstep audio is being refined. Gadgets. How looting is designed. Loot is nested inside physical containers. Containers have weight. I mean, sure. We've also designed certain loot containers to have clear and thematic roles, looking to breach and clear an area. Police vans. Yeah, we know all this. This is normal. This is all normal stuff. Unless they've changed some stuff. Box trucks and anti-vehicle drops are your primary source for anti-vehicle gear. And that's it. I mean, this. I don't know if this needed an entire pack. I think people are going to be annoyed about this. More to come. Right. Right. Well, I thought it was going to be like, right, and here's all the new content for Season 2. But no, it's just the slight improvements they've made to the stuff that's already happened, weirdly. That's very weird. I guess still no 60 Hz servers, but I don't think that's ever happening. Right, well, that was weird. I genuinely, I don't know why they've released this as a community update, because it's not really changing anything, to be honest. As I said, tomorrow we're going to be playing the new Map Contaminated live, because it's going to be out at midday. As I've said, I think that the new map is good. I like it. It looks good. It plays good for infantry. It is a medium-sized map. It's not a large map. I know that's what people want. We're not getting a large map this season. I think that's insane, but it is what it is. I think that, yeah, we're only getting 1 map for the launch of Season 2, which is, it's as expected. I don't think anyone expected anything more, because that's just how it is. I think you can, weirdly, I think you can only pre-download it 3 hours before as well. So I don't think you can even pre-download it now. I think you have to wait 3 hours before and then download it. That'll be tomorrow. The new guns were fine. They weren't amazing. They weren't overpowered, but that's fine. If you don't want new guns to necessarily be overpowered, but that's usually the strategy that everyone uses, because everyone wants to come back and use the overpowered gun. But that's the strategy. Yeah, as I said, I've already been pretty clear on this. I plan to play this for like a week and a half or a little bit, unlock the new guns, absolutely smash out the new map, play the new content, and then marathon on the 25th, dude. We've only got 1 map to play, so there's just not a lot of content, that's all. But it's what we knew was coming. I thought maybe we'd have some surprises, but yeah, it is just the 1 map. And then we get another map in a month's time. So there you go. As I said, the map's cool. I like the map. We'll give it a go. But hopefully this was eye-opening for you in some way or another, with the gameplay that we recorded thanks to EA. So hopefully that gave you an insight onto what it's going to be like. The new AR is basically a SMG, really. And the new DMR is like an LMR but better. But I wouldn't say it's the best. I'm gonna have a go with the LMG as well and see if it's any good. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me today. I know that obviously we didn't do a lot today, but I'll be playing a load tomorrow. I think there's also Twitch drops tomorrow as well. If there's, I don't know what the Twitch drop. Actually, I think someone linked me the Twitch drops. Let me just read that real quick, if I can. If you could be so kind as to wait for me to see the Twitch drops. Of course, if you're not there, then what are the Twitch drops? So the Twitch drops are a player card background, a vehicle skin for the Leo tank, a vehicle decal, and a shotgun skin. So if that sounds like your kind of deal, that's what's on tomorrow. All right. I'll catch you guys at midday tomorrow, all right? Because we're going to be playing this probably all day. And I look forward to seeing you there if you care about that content, all right? Thank you so much for watching today. It's been lovely. I will see you tomorrow, all right? Oh, and also make sure to check out our sponsor, PC Specialist, before you go, all right? I will put it... Oh, that's not... I'll put it in the chat now. Yeah. Yeah, make sure you preload it tomorrow, 3 hours before it goes live, which will be 12 GMT. So if you want to convert it into your own time when the update goes live, 12 GMT, go into Google, 12 GMT to your local time zone. Boom. Done. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate you hanging out. Thank you so much for all the support. I will see you tomorrow. Have a good one. Appreciate it. Bye.